The Montreal Canadiens have once again lost out on another first-round pick. This time, it's in Nikita Scherbak, who was put on waivers yesterday and claimed by literally the first team that had the option to claim him, the Los Angeles Kings. Now, there are a lot of Montreal fans who are disappointed by this. There are a lot of Montreal fans who accept this and think that this is a good move for Scherbak. Not necessarily for the Habs, but for Scherbak himself. Now, in order to explain why, we have to actually go through the context about this situation. Nikita Scherbak was a 22-year-old Russian player who was drafted in the first round of the 2014 NHL entry draft. He was put on waivers yesterday by the Montreal Canadiens after not actually playing for the Montreal Canadiens. This season he was under the injury bug, and he did have 5 games played with the Laval Rocket, the AHL affiliate of the Montreal Canadiens. In these 5 games, he got himself 1 goal. But that's not all he did, because last year, he actually spent the majority of his year with Laval, and he got himself 30 points in 26 games, good enough with 7 goals. With the Montreal Canadiens in total, throughout last season and the year before that, Scherbak suited up for 29 games and had 7 goals. Considering he's 22, it's fair that a lot of people thought that he still had room to develop, and that's what people were expecting in this season. Now, he actually didn't suit up for a single game after coming off of the IR, and instead he got placed on waivers, only to be claimed by LA. A lot of people think that this is kind of unfair, that he was never really given a shot, but at the same time, Marc Bergevin, the GM of the Canadiens, has talked about how Scherbak hasn't exhibited the necessary qualities to establish himself as someone who deserves a spot in the lineup, which is why he was placed on waivers, because the team felt that they had to get him over to the AHL in order to develop his game. Nevertheless, he was now claimed by the LA Kings, who are the team with the worst offensive production in the league. So, this was a move that they had nothing to lose from doing. As for the Habs, a lot of fans are kind of upset that Scherbak wasn't given a single opportunity this year to prove himself in the regular season, but at the same time it's kind of justified because he wasn't necessarily all too good in the preseason. But one thing's for sure is that Scherbak will get an opportunity in LA, because they've got themselves a team that is completely deprived of offense, and anybody coming into the system is gonna have the opportunity to put up those numbers for the Kings going forward into this season. Scherbak is a guy who adds to a list, a long list by the way, of first-round Habs picks that have not done anything. Included in this list, we have guys like Jared Tenorti, Galchenyuk, and Mikhail Sergachev. But one thing's for sure is that Nikita Scherbak didn't necessarily get a full opportunity with the Habs. But playing over with the LA Kings will give him that opportunity, and we'll see if he's actually able to capitalize on it, considering that he was a pretty good player in the WHL. There's a reason he was drafted in the first round, and now he is no longer a Montreal Canadien. Hopefully, Nikita Scherbak exhibits a great NHL career going forward, but it's unfortunate that it wasn't with the Habs. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. You're watching the Short Gaming, and bye.